Imagine this. A cricketing legend, whose name is etched in the history books, not just as a player, but as a leader, steps into a role that could redefine Indian cricket once again. Sourav Ganguly, the man known as the Prince of Kolkata, might just be on the verge of becoming India's next head coach. But here's where it gets intriguing. What are the chances he steps in to replace Gautam Gambhir before his tenure runs its course? Let's dive deeper into this fascinating possibility. As of now, Ganguly has officially embarked on his first ever coaching assignment with the Pretoria Capitals, a franchise linked to the Delhi Capitals. While some may find this move surprising, it actually feels like the natural progression of an already illustrious career. From being a swashbuckling batsman to leading Team India during one of its golden eras, and later donning multiple hats such as a broadcaster, Cricket Association of Bengal, KB president, director of the Delhi Capitals, and finally, the president of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, Ganguly's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. With credentials like these, stepping into coaching seems almost inevitable. And now that he's taken the plunge, it feels like the beginning of something monumental. When you think about it, why shouldn't Ganguly be considered for the top job? His track record speaks volumes. During his captaincy days, he unearthed gems like Virender Sehwag, Yuvraj Singh, Zaheer Khan, and Harbhajan Singh, players who went on to become match winners for India. These weren't just random picks. They were nurtured under his guidance at a time when Indian cricket desperately needed heroes. Even post-retirement, Ganguly continued contributing to the sport, earning respect from younger players along the way. Sure, there was the infamous fallout with Virat Kohli back in 2021, but overall, his ability to communicate effectively remains unquestionable. Just ask the budding talents at the Delhi Capitals. They'll tell you how much they admire him. Coaching, however, isn't without its challenges. It demands physical endurance, mental resilience, and the willingness to constantly adapt. Ravi Shastri famously battled burnout towards the end of his stint, while Rahul Dravid eventually chose family over relentless travel commitments. For Ganguly, who survived a heart attack a few years ago, staying fit and energetic will be crucial. Yet, at 53, he appears healthier than ever, driven by his passion for keeping busy and giving back to the game he loves. Having already dipped his toes into the IPL coaching ecosystem, Ganguly seems destined for bigger responsibilities. Could that responsibility include leading Team India? The idea of Ganguly becoming India's head coach feels less like speculation and more like a foregone conclusion. His administrative influence within the BCCI is immense, making it hard to imagine him being overlooked. Moreover, the pool of potential candidates is surprisingly shallow. Remember how Gautam Gambhir got the nod last year? It wasn't exactly a straightforward decision. VVS Laxman, initially tipped to succeed Dravid, declined the offer, while Ricky Ponting never formally applied. Overseas coaches seem unlikely too, given the BCCI's preference for homegrown talent over the past decade and a half. Looking at the current crop of IPL coaches, Ashish Nehra, Mahela Jayawardene, and Ponting, none feel like a perfect fit for the national team. Sachin Tendulkar, meanwhile, has distanced himself from active involvement. So who does that leave? Perhaps the most reliable option, Ganguly. Interestingly, Ganguly himself has started hinting at a future in coaching, using phrases like, "We shall see when the time comes." If recent trends are anything to go by, history often repeats itself. Consider Rahul Dravid's trajectory. He moved from nurturing young talent at the National Cricket Academy, NCA, to coaching India A and under-19 teams before taking charge of the senior side. Could Ganguly follow a similar path? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, his leadership qualities require no further validation. But what about Gautam Gambhir? Can or should he be replaced midway through his contract? Gambhir's tenure so far has been a mixed bag. Until the England tour earlier this year, his performance leaned more toward disappointments than triumphs, save for the Champions Trophy victory. Social media critics have accused him of orchestrating the test retirements of stalwarts like Ravichandran Ashwin, Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli. Yet, despite the backlash, Gambhir managed to guide India to a commendable 2-2 draw against England. His strength lies in mentoring young squads. a skill honed during his successful stints with the Lucknow Supergiants and Kolkata Knight Riders. Though it's still early days, Gambhir the coach is slowly starting to deliver results. Gambhir's contract extends until 2027, but that hasn't stopped naysayers from calling for his head, sparking debates about who should take over next. While Ganguly is undoubtedly a strong contender, replacing Gambhir prematurely would likely happen only under extreme circumstances, such as a string of poor performances or deteriorating relationships with players. Even Ganguly himself has advocated for patience, urging stakeholders to give Gambhir more time, a gesture reflecting solidarity between former teammates. That said, if the winds change direction, the Royal Bengal Tiger is ready to roar. So, dear readers, here's a thought-provoking question for you. Do you believe Sourav Ganguly should step in as India's head coach, even if it means replacing Gambhir ahead of schedule? Or do you think continuity matters more? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.